Okie dokie. Hello, how's everybody doing? It is 12/18/2024. December 18th, 2024. Okay, this is something I started in around Thanksgiving, and I just kind of left my laptop on. I never shut it off for a bunch of weeks, and I just kept opening it up and continuing on this one drawing. And um, expanding the canvas as I went, as I ran out of space on the starting page or the starting image. Probably a bad idea because now I don't know. I know I put these ideas down someplace. They're all in one giant PNG file that I'd have to examine to figure out where all those ideas were. But anyway, I started off with a rover. I love doing cars and vehicles. Just endlessly fun. You can play with designs and every configuration possible with treads and wheels and treads and skis and treads and on, or hovercrafts, whatever. And this was basically just a warm up. What I originally wanted to do, what I started off wanting to do was a rocket ship or a spaceship kind of thing that I had not knocking around in my head. But I took several deviations on the road to get there. But I was having fun, and ended up being just a fun little diversion for a while I was hanging out at friends and family's house. Because I guess I'd rather draw when everybody's around rather than interact with them. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I think I finally get to that spaceship. There we go. Finally. Yeah, I started this over Thanksgiving and then just finally said I was done a couple days ago. Yeah, that was it. That's what I wanted to do. All of it right there. Then I kind of take another wrong turn in a little bit and just start doing astronauts floating in space. There we go. I like the hard suits, so you could do this like a aqua suit or a spacesuit. I mean, I think probably easier to. The spacesuit would be less bulky because you just got to keep the pressure in and not out. You got to keep it from crushing you underwater. Space just needs to deal with Earth atmosphere from busting out, and I think I'm gonna go with the traditional Pulp helmet, Pulp magazine style helmet of a bubble, a glass fishbowl bubble for a helmet. Doesn't look very safe, I guess. Which safety could that provide? As long as you're not playing football in it, I guess. It will serve its purpose wonderfully. And I'm using that oil brush a lot in Clip. I love it. Oh, it grabs the paint beneath it. It actually makes your job a little easier because you can fudge the colors. You don't have to have the proper mixed color. It's very similar to painting on canvas or using traditional paints. So we'll go with the Buzz Lightyear head cover thingy. There we are. Fishbowl. So in a hard suit, you really just kind of fudge the joints because, I mean, what? The elbows are pretty much a hinge joint, but the shoulder would have that full rotation. Same with the hips. So I think what would you have? You'd have to have some cloth in those joints or some kind of super flexible material. Yet space worthy. Like an astronaut outfit, right? But they wear those big, bulky, man-sized spaceships in cloth form, really. There we go. I love those little details, like the danger boxes and triangles. Access here. That just adds. Such a simple little decal to add to it, but it gives it that sense of realism, I guess. Kind of like those "Do Not Step" stickers that you would put on model airplanes and things like that. Model airplanes are still a thing. People bother with that stuff anymore. Sniffing glue, plastic glue. No one does it. No one does that anymore. Alright, there we go. Right here I should call it, but I just kept going. Get some space. We are in outer space. Alright, well, let's carry on with more astronauts. This guy's way more Buzz Lightyear, I guess. He's got nice clean teeth. It's part of your astronaut qualification. No fillings, no astronauts. Wait a minute. You can't have fillings if you're an astronaut. They don't want any people with. They don't want anybody with bad teeth, I guess, is what I meant. Couple of PhDs in engineering and physics and no cavities. Maybe a former Navy pilot or Air Force pilot or Marine pilot or any of those branches of service that allow you to pilot things. A lot of times I'll put color in the background for the space because it's difficult to make the image look really good with that rich black empty space like that. All you really got at that point is the stippled effects of the stars to give you a sense of depth. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I've seen really good examples of it. When it's done really good, it's just captivating, really nice. When they can just create that raw black space background. I crutch out on like nebulas or coloring the space and stretching that out to give you that sense of depth. I don't know how, like if you're really zooming through space, if you would see all that much color. I don't know though. Never been deep in space. So I think I'm getting close here. There we go. Time for his fish bowl. He's gonna get a fish in his bowl. Got some stray lines there. I don't know how that happened. Cleaning it up. And this is a little cheat. What I'm going to do there is just multiply that color on top of that, and it gives me that dramatic shadow. I just kind of erase the rest of it and allow the underneath to pop out. So you just kind of copy and paste that onto another layer using the color mix, and then just erase it where you want the highlights and leave it dark, and then you can adjust the opacity from there to give you your highlights and shadows. And there we go. Well, if you stuck around this long, I greatly appreciate it. I had fun doing this draw. It was a good escape amongst the chaos of the Thanksgiving holidays, and I was happy to have you along for the ride. If you want to show up again, we'll do this again. Thanks a lot. Bye.